Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Charity and I run a small crochet business. So in today's video I thought it'd be neat to take y'all along as I do just random things behind the scenes of my crochet business. So not a lot of actual planned out things, just a lot of behind the scenes stuff. So I have an order that I got from a lady that I want to get out today or tomorrow at the latest. It was not an Etsy order, it was an in-person order, so I'm going to do that. Also, if you saw my last video or my last market vlog, I think this one's going to come out a little bit later, but my last market vlog, I had some plushies that got damaged. They got dirt on them, so I'm going to be trying to clean those. Also, let's see what else. I'm also going to be organizing some more of my yarn, so the bottom 3 cubes on this shelf, let me show you. I went to organize these and go through them. And just a few other things like that. So it's going to be over the span of 1 or maybe 2 weeks. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to be filming other videos in between this. So I hope I can keep up with it. So I'm excited. We're going to go ahead and get started by working on the order. So she ordered 3 pot holders, a dish rag, and 2 roses. So the roses I already had made. And then last night and this morning I made the 2 pot holders. So I made these 2 pot holders. I haven't sewed them together yet, so they don't look like pot holders. But have these, and then I have a green one in my whips container in my closet that's already finished. I just have to sew it together. So that's going to go with this. And she gave me complete freedom on colors, in case you were wondering. And then all I need to do is make the dish rag because the roses are already made. So that's what we're going to work on right now. I'm going to make the pot holder out of this variegated color and then do, not the pot holder, the dish rag out of this variegated color and then do a border with some cream yarn that I got. So the color that I got for the actual pot holders, this pretty variegated color, it's this peaches and cream cone right here, and the color of it is creamsicle ombre, and I think it's really pretty. So I made 2 pot holders out of this, so I think I could get 2 or 3 more, so that's pretty good. Much better deal than buying just the skeins themselves, because those are getting expensive. Walmart just raised the price again on their peaches and cream yarn, so that's unfortunate. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and work on the pot holder, not the pot holder, the dish rag. I'm going to make the dish rag real quick and then we'll sew everything together and get it all combined. And then we'll see about packaging it up. So I'm going to make the dish rag now. I'm unsure of what pattern I'm going to use. I may just freehand it. We'll see. That's what we're going to work on. Look what came in the mail! Words cannot describe how excited I am to open this. It is my Premier Yarns order of all of the Mama Made Minis colors, so let's open it. Alright, time to open it. So I did get every single color. I've seen some posts of people buying the yarn and then Premier Yarns having to tell them that they didn't have the yarn in stock anymore. But I got this yarn about 2 minutes after it released on the website. Checked out 2 minutes after it because I already knew what I wanted. And I was able to get all the colors. So, very excited about that. Also, this is the biggest Premier Yarns box I've ever got. My full order came out to about $185. Because this yarn is $1 more expensive than normal yarns. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty! Look how gorgeous! Okay, right off the bat, this is the color that I'm most excited for. This is in the colorway Cypress. It's so pretty. Sorry if I'm going crazy here, but I really like it. Oh, and the formula is great too. You see it? So usually on the Premier Basics, some of it is kind of like a flat yarn. This one is round and full and it feels so soft. So I'm excited about that. So let me just go ahead and start unboxing it. So we've got the colorway Blossom right here. I'm pretty sure I only got one of these. So 1 Blossom. This is the colorway Cedar, which is going to be perfect for Highland cows. So this one right here. Okay. Gorgeous. Okay, I knew I got 4 of these. So I got 4 of the cypress. I got 4 cedar. I got 4 mocha. Gorgeous colors. I'm so happy that they had these new browns. I'm very excited about them. Don't know where I'm going to put them all though. And then I got 4, let's see, what color is this? 4 toast. It's going to be so cute. I'm going to make some actual toast with it, like little toast plushies inspired by the Jellycats. I think I might pair it with mocha with a crust. We'll see. It's going to be super cute though. And then let's see, what else do I have? I have 2 of whatever this is. This is redwood, so I have 2 redwood. This is orangey too, so I think it could be good for Highland cows as well. Although this one, I think it's leaning more towards a pumpkin color, like a burnt orange color. Okay, and then I have 4 of, yikes, Pebble, which is another brown. Loving all of the browns. Okay, and then we've got 1 of the pepper color, which is like a lighter black. I kind of wish I'd gotten a couple more of these, but honestly, I just bought a big order of darker gray in the Cozy Chenille yarn. And this isn't that much darker than that, but this will be really cool for some projects. I'm not sure what yet. It's just nice to have the options. Got 1 skein of Sunny, and this is one that I knew I didn't need to get a lot of, and now holding it in person, I know I shouldn't have, because this is an actually really common color range to have. I have a lot of yellows and mustards that are like this. This is gorgeous, and it'll make really pretty suns, but it is one that I could easily get other ways, and for cheaper too. That's the only one that I knew that I could get better in other ways. Everything else I was really excited for. Alrighty, and we've got 2 skeins of Dewdrop, which is beautiful blue. It's more of like a dusty blue than any of the other Chenille Brights in blues. We've got 1 skein of Nectar, and this is one that I kind of wish I'd gotten a few more of. They're so pretty. It's like a mix between, it honestly looks like an orange sherbet mixed with vanilla ice cream. It's like a really light orange, which is gorgeous. So I think this will make good axolotls, maybe paired with this one or even the orange color in the Premier Brights colorway, but that's gorgeous. Okay, we've got another one off here, which is so gorgeous. All of them are beautiful, goodness. This one is in the colorway Cosmo. I only got one of these because I didn't have any projects in mind for it, but I really love the color. And then one of the things I was most excited for with this collab was they finally came out with a good lavender purple yarn, which they haven't had on in their Brights collection. So I got 2 skeins of Heather, which is absolutely gorgeous. It's a nice light purple, so this is one that I hope stays in stock pretty good, along with all of their neutrals and the greens. Everything else I feel like I could easily get somewhere else, I think, but these are staples. And then last but not least, I'm very excited for this. It's a 3-pack of Zest, which is another gorgeous another gorgeous green. Was so excited that they had a couple greens. I would love to see even more greens in the future. But here are the 2 greens in comparison. They're so pretty. Oh my goodness. So let me count up and see how many skeins I got in total, because I did not count the other day. 34 skeins of yarn. Wow. And it came moderately quickly. I purchased all of this Friday, and it is now Wednesday. I have seen a lot of people got it sooner than me, but honestly, I'm still thrilled that I got it because none of my colors were refunded or anything. I was able to get everything that I purchased So now is the tricky part. I have to figure out where to put it all. But before we do any of that, I have some orders that I really need to ship out. So let's go ahead and do that. Really thrilled with that yarn though. We'll have to make something with it later if I have time. Alright, so I don't think I showed y'all, but I finished all of the pot holders yesterday. So we have 2 of these and then a green one. And then she also wanted a dish rag, so I made a dish rag, which is really cute. I'll link the pattern for the dish rag below. And then this pot holder pattern, it was actually my grandma's pattern. I'm hopefully going to be putting out a tutorial on how to make it, so that would be cool. And then she also ordered 2 roses in any color that I wanted, so I did a yellow and then this variegated purplish pink color. So that was the whole order for her, and it actually wasn't for her, it was for her friend. So she came out to the house the other day, asked me what I could make, I told her, and then she gave me a list of what to make for her. And now I need to pack it all up, write a note that it is from her friend here to a friend up in New York, get the shipping label and send that out. And also yesterday I got another order from Etsy, which is awesome. I always love getting Etsy orders. It always surprises me though, because you never really know what people are gonna order. So I got an order for my little pelican that I made the other day. And I was actually really happy that I listed this because, like I said, you never know what people are going to want to buy. So I now have to ship this pelican off. Of course, take the tag off because I brought him to a few of my markets. But he's super cute and I would love the chance to make more of him. So, oh, you know what would be a really good color for the tips of the wings? This is the dark gray I was telling you about earlier that I just bought a lot of. The pepper color would be beautiful. Let me grab it. Okay, so that you can see the comparison. I hope you can see it. I'm not sure how well it'll show up on camera, but this is a bit darker. I think it'd honestly be a really good color for that. I think I'll stick with this for now though, just because I really want to make something special with this. Maybe a sheep would be really good, because on sheeps, let me grab mine. This fluffy one here, you can barely see its eyes, and on a plushie I like seeing the eyes. So I feel like this color would be really good to emulate the blackness of the face, but also to where you can see the eyes too. So that would be cool. Getting off topic, but I'm going to start by packaging up this order first because it's going to take a little bit more work since I have to get the shipping label manually, and then after that I will pack this one up, and I will of course take y'all along as I do it. Also, I don't know if I'll get to it today, but I really do want to try cleaning up those plushies that are dirty, and then we'll see what else we get up to. Also, while I have y'all here with these, I posted a reel on my Instagram yesterday. Let me grab my phone. I'll go ahead and show it to y'all, because during the middle of my crocheting of this, I thought, you know what would be super cool is to do a drop on my Etsy. I've never done one of those before. And do it a themed drop, so it would be daffodils and geese, or gooses or ducks. Daffodils and ducks, that's what I was going for. So I posted a reel yesterday teasing that something exciting was coming on April 9th, 2026. Let me show you. So I posted that. It hasn't got pretty much any likes. It's got 8 likes, which is fine. I don't really need people to see that much, but I do want them to get excited about it, so I'll continue to post teasers and such. But what my thoughts are is to have a pot holder set like this. So this would be the daffodil collection, so you can see the 2 different pot holder colors here. The daffodil collection, and then these would be sold together, or you could buy just one of them separately. And then have the dishcloth as well. And then to get the ducks in there, also have some crochet ducks. Let me pull up the pattern that I was thinking of using. It's a free pattern on Instagram, which is really cool. and make some ducks to go with it, so have it like a daffodil duck situation. Alright, so there's this pattern right here. I don't really like this one as much as the one I'm about to show you, which is this one right here, and I thought I could just change the color of the flower to be yellow, and I feel like that would be good. And then I was also thinking of crocheting actual daffodils, like the flowers, in this rose format, so have them individually wrapped like this. And then also the last thing that I was thinking of was I bought a pattern the other day. I will put the name of the pattern designer up on the screen, and I want to make this. So it's little flower bulbs, and it has the flower on one side and the bulb on the other side. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, it's by Alpaca Patterns. Took me a while to find that for some reason. So here it is, and it has a daffodil one on there too that I'd really like to do. So I was thinking that that would be perfect, and then on leading up to April 9th, I could continue to post teasers, and then on April 9th, I would post the whole drop itself, and then actually do the drop on the 10th. So the 9th of April is, I'm pretty sure, a Thursday, and then the 10th is a Friday, so I think that'd be really good. I would love to do it sooner, but next week, which is the week that I'm planning to do all of this, we have a church meeting going on that is really, really big. So I won't have much time to work on anything crochet related, but I want to do that. And I still have a bunch of this yellow cotton yarn left, so I should still have plenty of yarn to do that with, and then I have some more of the green for the green pot holder. I just think it'd be a really fun idea. Even if nobody buys it, I'm really excited about it. I would love, of course, someone to buy it, but it would be so exciting to see people excited about it. And I don't know if I'll actually be able to do this, but you know how I love making jelly cats? The Bartholomew bear that I just made a pattern for, that he's wearing a bathrobe, they actually have a daffodil version of him. So he's in this little daffodil outfit. So here he is. Now, I don't know if I'd actually make a pattern for him, but just having the bear itself would be really cute to go with the drop. Although I would really like to keep the drop minimal, so a small-ish drop. And then if this goes well, or even if it doesn't, and I'm still excited about this in a few weeks or months when it becomes summer, I want to get some blue version of this yarn and do the whole thing for like a summer theme. So have summer themed plushies and summer themed pot holders and dish rags. Just to keep things going. I would love to keep posting things on my Etsy. And also, by the time you're watching this, I should already hopefully have another video out that is me completely redoing my Etsy shop. So if that works out, this drop will be a continuation of the Etsy shop remake. So hopefully that will work well. I'll probably talk more about the drop in that video if I decide to do it. So I'm very excited about that. I do need to pack these though. It is 2:09. The mail usually runs about 3 or 4-ish, and I'd like to get it in the mail today because she did buy it for an Easter gift for her friend. She knew that it probably wouldn't make it there in time. Easter is this Sunday, but I wanted to go ahead and get it out as fast as I can. And if I get it out today, then that gives it about 3 or 4 days to get there by Easter. So I think that'll work. So I'm going to grab my computer. Need to clean up the floor of my room where I have plastic bags everywhere. Grab my computer, print off the shipping label. First purchase the shipping label, then print off the shipping label, pack that one, and then I'll pack this one because Etsy orders are a dream to pack. So easy. So I'm going to work on that, and then I'll meet y'all back later for what I decide to do next. Something I'd like to do in this video, because this video is going to be all over the place, is to reorganize my shipping supplies. Because even though it kind of works right now, this is my cart where I have stuff on it. It's kind of unorganized, and every time I ship something, which is getting more and more frequent as my business grows, my room gets so messy after I ship stuff. So want to try and reorganize things. So look for that sometime, if not in this video, in a future video. So I am almost ready to start, so I'm just going to put everything in the package, measure it, weigh it like that, and then I'll purchase the shipping label. So these pot holders fit in so perfectly. And pro tip, whenever I ship something, I always add a couple ounces to the package weight just to be safe. It fits perfectly in this package. I'll of course wrap everything once I ship it, but I want to first weigh it. Okay. It looks like I can get the shipping label for $5.88. which is the normal shipping label price that I usually get on Etsy, so happy about that. It looks like I'm saving, it's usually $18.46 retail. Okay, so getting that shipping label was actually a lot simpler than I thought it would be. I thought that would have taken a lot longer and been more complicated. But now that I know how to do it, that's going to be awesome. So that'll be great. I don't think though that I'll do very many orders that are non-Etsy orders. Just for right now, would like to eventually one day get away from Etsy orders because they take so much from you when they purchase stuff. It's actually insane how much money Etsy takes from the seller. But for right now, it's the easiest way I can do the things with the budget that I have, so gotta stick with it. So now I'm just taking a couple pictures of the pot holders to show the lady. She completely trusts everything that I do. I just want to make sure that I have some pictures. Also for me, for future reference, because I really like having pictures of everything I make. So that's exciting. It'll also be really good if I do decide to do the drop. Group photo. Cool. So now I'm going to wrap everything up. Try to do it really nice because this is a order or gift. Also, the other day while I was at Walmart, I was in their yarn section, of course, just getting yarn for this order, which, by the way, they have raised the price of these little baby skeins of peaches and cream to almost $3 now, which is kind of crazy because this used to be about $2. So the cones are the way to go. Anyway, while I was there, the ribbon section is right behind it, and I noticed that they had these little of ribbon, so really thin ribbon for 47 cents, and this is 1/8 of an inch by 8 yards. So I'm going to use this for tying all of my packages together just to make them look pretty, and it's green. It's not the same color of green that I like for all of my packaging to be, but honestly it's so close that I really like it. I'm just going to go ahead and package this up. See how long it takes me. So it's currently 2:25. See how long this takes. Okay, so I think the ribbon was a tiny bit too long, but I just tied up the first package, and I really like it. So they can reuse the ribbon for stuff, and there's no tape on this, so they could also reuse the tissue paper. I'm going to wrap up the dish rag. I was going to wrap it with the pot holders, but I wanted to wrap it separately and write a note on it that this is a dish rag, just because it's the same color as the pot holders, and I didn't want her to get confused. Alright, so I had the opposite problem. I almost ran out of the ribbon on this one. I cut it a little bit too short, but that one's all done. I'm going to write on the tissue paper, or maybe add a post-it note, probably a post-it note, on it saying that this is a dish rag and these are pot holders, and just slide it underneath the ribbon. And then for the roses, I'm also going to wrap these. I need a full piece. This one I think I am going to have to tape at least a little bit. Unfortunately, I can't get around the whole thing with the ribbon to where it would hold it securely. That's okay. It's only 2 pieces of tape, so I think that's a win in my book. Perfect. So now I have all of these wrapped. Excuse the background noise if you can hear that. That is our robot vacuum cleaner going on in the background. So I have backs of cards that I use for thank you notes that I'm just going to cut little pieces of for writing on. I think will work pretty good. Change of plans, that was a little bit too thick, so I'm just going to use some regular paper and write with that. And I think I'm just going to do one large note for this one instead of doing what I was saying earlier and writing the extra ones. So give me a minute while I figure out what to write. Alright, the note has been written, so I'm going to package everything up. The only thing I'm going to offer or put in the package with it is a business card for myself. This lady does not know about me or my business. As I said, this is a gift from her friend, but I'm going to go ahead and include a business card along with a note explaining who this is coming from. And there's going to be no extra freebies like that, so I'm just going to go ahead and package these up with the label on. Still really, really happy with how this green ribbon idea turned out, so I'm going to use that in the future. And for 49 cents, it's a really good deal for ribbon, I think. Not a big ribbon expert. And if you're concerned about the roses getting a little bit smushed, I have shipped some roses already to Massachusetts, and they arrived safe and sound, and the paper is meant to get a little bit crumpled, so don't have to worry about that. They are still available on my Etsy if you want to purchase any. Inserting the note. Because this is not from Etsy, there is no packing slip, so I'm just going to seal it up. I don't know why, but I always get scared when I seal up a package that I have forgotten something. It's an irrational fear, but still. And then on the outside, I am still going to include the sticker that says, warning, opening this package will cause extreme happiness, because it is a gift, so obviously it will. And then cut out the shipping label. I want to get, within the next year, if my sales on Etsy keep going good, a thermal label printer, not just for printing shipping labels, but for printing stickers too, like those warning stickers. I am running low-ish on them. I still have probably 30 more packages worth, but I want to get some more, so that would be a good way so I don't have to buy off of Temu. But package is packaged. Gorgeous. I like the weight of this package. It feels nice. So now that I have that done, I'm going to go ahead, print off the shipping labels for the Pelican, and ship that out as well. Because this one was from Etsy itself, I will be including some freebies in it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Also, hopefully by the time this video comes out, I will have hit 50 sales on Etsy. So far, I only have 49 sales, so that's cool. Also on this plushie, I don't know if I've showed you yet, but I have embroidered the eyes onto it. So it is completely baby safe, and on the listing itself, usually I have an option to embroider the eyes to make it baby/pet safe, but I went ahead and since I like the embroidered eyes on this so much, I just left the regular option as being the embroidered eyes, and then they can custom order something else if they want it. But honestly, I think the embroidered eyes makes this plushie so much cuter. So that's cute. Okay, so Etsy, for some reason, is trying to sell me an $8.53 label for this package. I'm going to buy the $6.51 one. I don't know why they're trying to do that. The package is going to arrive the literal exact same time, so it'll arrive in the span of time that the buyer is expecting this, so that's interesting. Anyway, time to package this up. I have purchased the shipping label. I'm going to go print off this and the packing slip. Okay, so I've printed off the shipping label, got the packing slip and everything, picked out the stickers and all the freebies, so let me show you. So for stickers, we have a pink or purple cow, a little hat, and a dream big sticker. And then I'm also including a little teal flower keychain charm. So I am starting to run low on these charms. I have, let's see how many left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of these charms left, which is actually awesome because I think I started out with 50 of them. So that means that I've had a lot of larger orders that these have gone into, which I'm very thankful for. But when I use these up, I'm going to actually be making these myself. I got these originally from Temu before I realized that Temu was a really bad place to buy from. I learned my lesson and I am still using these up because they are super cute. So I'm going to, after I use all of these up, make my own ones with beads that I buy from Hobby Lobby or something, and just try to offset the price because they're not going to be as cheap as the ones I'd get from Temu, but it'll make me feel a lot better sending them off to people. Anyway, so I have a business card, I have the note written. I can't show y'all the notes that I write because for one, it has the person's name on it, and I don't know if they want their name to be shouted out, and for two, it also has a special discount for every single person. So if you buy from my shop, you'll get the discount, but I don't just want to give it out to everybody. In goes the stickers and the keychain, and then of course I'm going to seal it up with the thank you for supporting my small business sticker if I can find it. I had it on the ground here just a second ago. So this is what I'm talking about with the disorganization. Okay, found it finally. So just stick one of those on. to seal it. And there is the little free package all packaged. Another thing I was thinking of doing instead of the little keychain would be a little piece of candy. But I don't know, I don't think people would want to eat candy sent to them in a package. I mean, I wouldn't want to, so I don't think they would either. That's just my personal opinion. Unless it was like a sealed thing, like a little package of Starbursts or something like that inside of a package. Still, I don't think that'd be a good idea because then it'd cost a lot of money. I think the keychain idea is a good idea because then they can keep using it and think of me every time they use it because they're like, oh, that's the business I got that from. I should check out what she has on her shop. Alright, so now I'm going to just wrap up the pelican. So happy he sold. This is such a good summer plushie. So he's on my Etsy if you want to go check him out. So I'm just going to wrap him up. And I am going to have to use tape on him because he's a very odd shape. But I will add a little bow around the end just to make it look a little bit more personalized. Let me not get all of my hair in the tape. Also, another thing, still on the free gift right here. During Valentine's Day, I got, I think, one sale during February. Might have been two, but I think it was only one sale. And I actually included a little heart that I crocheted. So maybe I could just think of something small to crochet to put in it. Like the freebie. I did that one time too. I think that's actually what I'm going to do. Maybe even add that onto a keychain if I can find them cheap somewhere. But for right now, this is what we're going to stick with. But I really like the freebie idea. I actually got that idea originally from Loops and Knots Crochet here on YouTube. I got a lot of ideas from her actually, so she's the one that gave me the idea for the mini spin. She's just a really good inspiration to look up to. So, alright, all packaged up. It looks kind of funny. It's kind of around its neck, but anyway, I'm going to pop it into the package quick. I think it might be a little, no, I think I can fit it into this one. I don't want to overstuff one of my poly mailers, but I also don't want to, like, use up my bigger ones. And then grab the packing slip, double checking to make sure everything is correct on it. It is. Freebies, and then slide all of that in. That was my 49th order. I'm so excited to hit 50 orders. I'm going to do a giveaway on my Instagram at 50. So one of the prizes, probably not first prize, but one of the prizes is going to be 50% off of anything on my Etsy. I know I'll probably lose a little bit of money on that, but I think that'd be a really good way to do that. So stay tuned. It might have already happened by the time this video is up. If it has, I'm sorry, but not really because that's really exciting. That's a huge milestone because I just started my Etsy a little over 2 years ago. So that's cool. Okay, I added the warning sticker on the outside and then shipping label time. All packaged up, and we have 2 orders here ready to be put in the mailbox. I'm going to go ahead and do that now just so I don't accidentally miss the mail. It is 2:55, so that took less than 30 minutes, which is actually really good. I remember the first order I ever packaged up took me like an hour to package because I was so scared I was doing it wrong. Anyway, so now that these are done, after this I'm going to come back and clean up my room, and then we'll see what we work on then. I don't have any big plans or anything I really need to do, so maybe we'll clean up those plushies that got dirty. Also, this video is probably going to be really long because I'm pretty sure I just filmed like 30 minutes of content right then. Oops. Alright, so it's been quite a while since I've checked in with y'all. I have no idea what I was saying last when I came on, but I wanted to go ahead and do the last thing on this video so I can edit it and get it out. So we're going to go through these 3 cubes down here, well not 3 cubes, 3 baskets of yarn, go through the yarns, take out any that I don't want anymore and put them aside, and then just organize it a little bit better so it's not overflowing. Let me show you. So this is the current situation, and there is this one also up there. I am going to leave the beads right there for right now though, so just gonna go ahead and get started. This is the cube right here. This is my Dollar Tree yarn in the neutral colors, and it's the cube that I use the most of the stuff in it. So I'm not going to be taking anything out of this one. I'm just going to be putting things back in it a little bit better. Also, I just found this, a mini possum. I want to make these for the mini spin. The pattern is by Loops and Knots Crochet. found some pink yarn and a little bit of a teddy bear ear. I'm actually happy with how much of this yarn I've been using. It's not overflowing anymore. So this is the finished cube. So let's go ahead and grab the next one. This is another one that I use a lot of. It is the cotton yarns. As you can see, some of it is not cotton. So this is Super Saver. And I do want to keep this, but I'm going to put it out in my bulk yarn storage out in the other building where I keep my market supplies and such. I have a bin of yarns out there that I don't use as often, but I will eventually use, so I'll put it out there. Then I have a couple cones, so I have this cone and then this one. And then in here I have some crochet hooks that I started making. I still haven't done the final layer on these yet, so I'm just going to put these for now beside where I have the beads in here, so I can work on them when I get the chance. And then, let's see, I think this is the only other, these two are the only other non-cottons in here. This one's kind of interesting. I thought I would use it maybe, but I think I'm just going to put this one aside for now and put it into a bin where I will be selling some of the yarn. And when I do my Etsy refurbish video, I will be showing off what I'm going to be doing with this yarn. So, and then, don't know if I'll ever use this, but I'm going to hang on to it for just a little bit longer. Put it out in my bulk yarn storage so it's not in here anymore. Also, I'm not going to be doing the drop like I thought I was going to be doing. I'm going to do it a little bit differently, and the big announcement that I'm going to make on Instagram is going to be me redoing my Etsy shop just to get myself a little bit more motivated to do so. But that will work good. I just found another skein of black yarn to go in spin. Perfect. Okay, so I'm just putting everything in here. This is not cotton, and the only project I've ever used this for was a scarf. And this is the extra one that I bought to finish the scarf off. I'm never going to use this again, I don't think. So I'm just going to put this in with the yarn that I'm going to be selling. Alright, I think that is pretty much it for this bin. Let's see if I can put the cones back in. I'm glad that I have a good amount of cotton yarns because it's nice to have some on hand in case I ever need to do a cotton yarn project. And it's getting into the season when cotton yarns would be really good to have. So there is the second bin done. Alright, this is the last bin, and it has quite a lot of stuff in it. So this is my miscellaneous stuff that I have been keeping for a long time that I haven't really gone through. I bought this yarn from a thrift store the other day. I'm going to put this out in my extra storage section for bulk yarns because I'm not going to be using it right now. My thought is I'm going to be using this closer to the winter time to make some baskets or something like that. But that's not on my radar right now. And then I was gifted this to me for my birthday. It is Bernat Softy Chunky in the colorway Gray Rag, and I'm going to be putting this outside too. I have a lot of wool yarns and things like this, the chunkier yarns that you'd use for hats and such, out there because, as I said, it is spring and summertime, so I'm not really using that. Then I was also gifted this for my birthday. It is Big Choice Value in the colorway Speckle Blues, and this is one I'm going to be keeping inside, but I'm going to put it on my acrylic yarn shelf in my closet, just because I really want to use this, maybe make a bag or something out of it. It's so pretty. I would, of course, have to line the bag since it's acrylic, but I think that's okay. Another thing gifted to me for my birthday, this is all from the same person, is this Baby Bee Sweet Delight Pomp in the colorway Softly. And it's super pretty. It has a little bit of a sparkle to it. I'm going to set this aside out in the other building. Then I have one skein of this Premier Bloom Chunky Big in the colorway Gerbera. I don't know if you can read that, but Gerbera, I'm guessing. And I would like to use this yarn when I learn how to knit, which is probably going to be a bit in the future, but I'd still like to use it then. So I'm going to put it outside for now, but we can always bring it in the future. Then I have this. This is a Karen Cakes. I don't remember the name of it, but I have had this for a while. I actually made my mom a sweater out of this yarn. I got a lot of it from a thrift store, and I have this left over, so I'm never gonna really use this again, and there's not enough to make a larger project from, so I'm gonna put it with the yarn I'm gonna sell. Then I've been holding on to this for forever, naturallykaren.com Country. This is from a thrift store. It's very pretty. The colorway is foliage, and it just feels good. I still don't know what I want to make out of this, but this is what I'm going to keep in this bin for now, just because I think it is so pretty. It's my favorite color too. Alright, and then the rest of the stuff in this bin, you can see it's kind of organized. I have 2 skeins of this cotton socks yarn. I don't know if it's enough to make some socks out of, but I'm going to leave it in here for if I can in the future. Then I have this, which is Sensations Bellies Collection Stellina Wool Blend. I'm going to sell this because I will never use it. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these Paint Box 50 gram skeins. The color is 24. And I'm going to keep those. Then I have this little guy, which is Wooland, 65% wool, 33% nettles, which I think is so cool. In the color 3146. I'm going to keep this just because I think it is super cool, and it's always neat to have some fun yarns. Then this is some hand-dyed yarn that I technically have a project that I need to make it out of. I keep getting stumped on it though, even though it has been about a year since I've tried to make this project before, so maybe I'll try it again. It's actually going to be for my mom whenever I do get around to it. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these gorgeous Concept Cotton Merino yarns here. They are gorgeous, color 133, and I will definitely be keeping these. Still don't know what I'm going to make out of it, but that is something I'm definitely going to be keeping. Then I have this skein right here of Mandala yarn in the colorway Groot, and I'm definitely keeping this. Love making shawls out of this. It takes more than one, so I would have to buy another one of these if I ever were to make it, but I'm going to keep it, put it outside for now, but I'm going to keep that for future. And that's it. So now all of the yarns that I have left right here in this bin are these. So I pared down rather nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and put everything back on the shelves, and I will show you how it looks. Here it is. I think it looks so much better, and now I can actually see what I have a bit better. So anyway guys, that's going to be it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If so, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye!